So, Gero Sapel, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your fucking name there, buddy, but you won, or at least top 8'd, should I say, the Magic Card Market Series Prague event. You top 8'd it with Cat Jesus. That's right, the cat is out of the bag in Legacy. This is Monowhite Prison, and I'm fucking excited. When I saw this, I was like, sign me the fuck up. Now, I've played plenty of containment field decks in Legacy. Primarily Soldier Stompy. I think we played Cleric Stompy once as well. I'll put some links for other videos and shit like that in the description and comments and such. But I've never really played White Eldrazi with Arbiter in Legacy. I've played White Eldrazi or White Pile or White Junk, as some people called it, in Vintage, where you play 4 null rods, a load of these, and just fuck people up. But I've never played this kind of thing in Legacy. So this is a Chalice of the Void deck. We've got 4 Chalice of the Void, we've got 4 Thalia, we've got 4 Leonin Arbiter, and then we've got 4 Chrome Mox and 4 Soul Lands alongside our normal stuff of Cavern of Souls, Ghost Quarter. Well, I say normal stuff. This is a modern staple. Wastelands, Ghost Quarters, Karakas, and Plains. The idea is that we have 4 Wastelands alongside our Thalias, but we also have 4 Ghost Quarters, which are good against the Delver decks anyway, because they're playing hardly any fucking lands anymore, because Delver is greedy as fuck. And then Thalia will help us to make the Ghost Quarters and Wastelands better as well. But Arbiter also makes the Ghost Quarter into literal strip mine. We can blow up people's basics. In addition to that, we have a Jitte to help with the creature matchups and get our creatures through and win the games. Heretic Cathar to slow down our opponent's land drops and creature drops to get in either aggressively or just to fuck with their mana. Sanctum Prelate allows us to name the combo numbers like 3 against Show and Tell or 4 against Storm, 1 against a lot of the decks if we haven't got Chalice and Void in play. So it's kind of like the extra copies of Chalice, except it can beat face as well. Mirror Crusader swings through Gurmag Angler pretty fucking well right now. If you're playing D&T, you should be playing it. And we've got some copies of it in here. This is exactly Sequel's list, by the way. I'll have it. A link to that in the description below as well, to the Magic Card Market Series website. Then we have 3 Eldrazi Displacer, which allows us to, well, fuck people's creatures and our own creatures. It allows us to reset our Thorn Seers and Palace Jades, which is pretty gas. But it also allows us to deploy a Containment Priest and then flicker out their creature, and it never returns. Yeah, that's what we call a combo. That's basically Splinter Twin. Palace Jade is obviously gas as well, and Thorn Seer. You know what these cards do. They're incredibly powerful. And then our sideboard's really, really straightforward. 1 Jit for the creature matchups, Fair Macabre for some fast graveyard decks, 3 copies of Rest in Peace, which you bring in varying numbers, 1 or 2 copies against the slower graveyard decks, all 3 copies against like Reanimator, for example, 3 copies of Swords of Plowshares in the matchups we need removal, but we're going to be cutting our Chalices or putting Chalices on 0, 3 copies of Counter Judgment for more removal, and then 3 copies of Celestial Purge to fuck up red and black permanents, because maybe that's just what we need in Legacy right now. That might have been a meta game call by Sequel, but I don't fucking know. That's the deck. If you like it, drop a comment down below, let me know what you think. I'm off to GP Bologna this weekend, so if you're going to be in Bologna, come and say hi. Will I be playing this? Maybe? I haven't decided. I really don't know what the fuck I'm playing, and I've got 3 days to figure it out. So there'll be a lot of Legacy being played here on the stream, in videos, la-di-da-di-da. With all that out of the way, thank you to my patrons, thank you to channelfireball.com. Let's play some fucking Magic. So we've lost the die roll, and our opening hand doesn't do a whole lot. I mean, we can cast a turn 2 Thalia Heretic Cathar, and then pray we find a white source. We are on the draw. We can draw a Chrome Mox or a lands. There's like, 20 plus options there. I am going to keep it. I think it is shaky, but I think it's better than... It's probably not better than some 6s, but it's probably better than... It's not better than the best 6s, but it's probably better than our average 6. We could also draw a Chalice. Like, Chrome Mox or Chalice would be our best possible draw. Thespian Stage, Needle. Does my reputation precede me? It's going to be Aether Vial or Wasteland. I mean, Wasteland isn't because of my reputation. Wasteland is the default thing you name in this matchup anyway. Yeah, okay, it's Wasteland. So this is one of the Dark Depths decks, probably Turbo Depths. It uses the Pithing Needles aggressively and proactively within the main board to name Wastelands to affect the opponent so they can't interact with the Dark Depths combo. Luckily, we're playing Ghost Quarter, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and play. It's pretty good for stopping crop rotation and further pithing needles. If you're, I don't know, that sounded like Andrea Mengucci. Like I was doing, well, it didn't sound like Andrea. It sounded like I was doing a bad impression of Andrea. We're going to play a big old Thalia next turn, which will also slow them down. And then we just need to keep Ghost Quarter up for like the foreseeable future to stop them from Dark Depthing me to death. Sylvan Scrying for the Dark Depths. They get to go and get any land they want with a really cool old Mirrodin art. Unless she's wearing like... I don't know, she looks a bit like Okay. Ghost Quarter, interesting. I was going to talk about how it's just like a burlesque dancer with sci-fi armor on, but whatever. Let's move on to them getting a Ghost Quarter and be scared. Be very scared. So let's go Cavern of Souls, naming human. Let's make a Cathar. The Ghost Quarter can blow up my Ancient Tomb, which is kind of scary. But then we get a second White Source for our like Moon Crusades and Prelate, so that's not the worst thing in the world. It probably means they have got Dark Depths in hand. But hopefully Thalia will be enough to slow them down. Like our Ghost Quarter will get their Ghost Quarter. They might want to Ghost Quarter our Ghost Quarter before they go in on the Dark Depths combo. That's how they're going to use their Ghost Quarter. We might just have to Ghost Quarter them early, honestly. They got a Petal, so they can go for it now anyway. I'm going to go and... we drew Arbiter, which is very good. Like, real good. It means that their Ghost Quarter will just be a strip mine for us, though. Oh, fuck. We can't play Arbiter because we don't have the white mana. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. The thing is now, if we play Dark Depths, Ghost Quarter, sorry, and try to go for Dark Depths, they can just combo. To make a 20/20. So we need to draw like a Caracas to deal with that. If we don't do that, they will play Ghost Quarter, which will be tapped for a turn and pass back to us. At which point we will then have to figure out when to Ghost Quarter them after that. Because once they untap their Ghost Quarter, they can Ghost Quarter our Ghost Quarter, and then they can make a Merit Lage. But once we have more white in play, and if they Merit Lage us, we can then Palace Jailer the Merit Lage. So I guess we just play a Ghost Quarter, there's no two ways about that. We go to combat and attack them. They can't make a Merit Lage whilst our Ghost Quarter is up. They have to deal with the Ghost Quarter. They won't be able to play Needle next turn to deal with it, and their Ghost Quarter will come into play tapped. So if we tap out now, for anything, we can't play anything anyway, but that's not the point, we will just die. Okay. Let's not make a 20/20. Let's let them think they're in control. There's the Ghost Quarter. We just need to make them make the 20/20 at a point that we can make them Parashooter after the fact. Or just draw Caracas. That'll also be pretty good. Or draw Wasteland would be bad. A second Ghost Quarter here would be pretty good. A Chrome Mox isn't bad. Honestly. Because now we can make a Merit Lage. After. Yeah, we can make a Merit Lage. Or we can stop making a Merit Lage. We're going to go Chrome Mox here. Okay, and we're going to get rid of Sanctum Prelate? Or Arbiter? Probably Prelate. Then we Ghost Quarter the Dark Depths, forcing them to make a Merit Lage. It'll be a tapped 20/20 Merit Lage, but it will be a Merit Lage nonetheless. They're thinking long and hard about doing this. Perhaps playing my Chrome Mox before I did this gives the game away too much. But I think they kind of have to go and do this anyway. We're in a bad spot if they have a Not of This World, which is a 7 mana free spell that protects. So one time Not of This World, please. One time not of This World, should I say. Okay, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Okay, we can now get in for 3. And if they want to Ghost Quarter us to take us off a land, doesn't seem too hot because they only have 2 lands in play. We draw a card at end of turn, we draw a Thalia. So next turn we can actually play Thalia and Leonin Arbiter. And if we draw a Ghost Quarter alongside that, that would be pretty gas. The great thing about forcing them into the combo and then getting them, like we did, is that they lose both the Thespian Stage and the Dark Depths there, and they also lose the Petals. So they lost a lot of resources to try and go for it, but I guess they kind of had to. They had to call my bluff, as it were. If we play an Arbiter, they can strip mine us with their Ghost Quarter, but I don't think we give a shit, honestly. Or do we? I think we attack first, and then we're going to tap for some white mana. No, tap for 2 colourless mana. Tap for some white mana. Tap for some white mana. Now, we can play a Moon Crusader, which swings through a Merit Lage quite well. Or we can play a Thalia and an Arbiter, which also gives us 2, 4, 6... Oh, it gives us lethal. I guess we just do that. Thalia and an Arbiter. Their Ghost Quarter is now a strip mine, but I don't think we give a shit. We drew a strip mine as well, so Yeah, this feels pretty fucking good. They can play an Elvish Spirit Guide as a blocker, which comes into play tapped because of Big Thalia. And now they're dead. Guess they're gonna make me play it out in case I fuck it up. I am going to attack you with my entire team. And they're gonna die. Exacxies. Right, on to game 2. So I've cut all 4 Thoughtlesses because a lot of their combos on the board. Both contain priests because they don't do anything, and 1 Sanctum Prelate. I brought in the extra Jit because this is a weird one, right? It doesn't really affect the 2020 much, but you can kill the vampire, the what's it called? Hex Mage, and also you can just get above 20 lives so you can survive a swing and then deal with them out later. The following turn, I'll just kill them. 3 copies of Celestial Purge and 3 copies of Council Judgments. We have a lot of ways to kill that fucking Merit Lage. We have double Ghost Quarter but no white sources, which means we can't really keep this. If they go like Pithing Needle naming Ghost Quarter because they haven't seen a Wasteland from us yet, that would be real bad. They have mulligan to 6. We are definitely mulligan this. This is not even remotely keepable. This hand, on the other hand, has a Celestial Purge, a Council Judgment, and a Prelate, and a Wasteland. Now, yeah, double white sources. Let's keep this. We're going to bottom this Ancient Tomb because it doesn't do anything. Because we need the double white sources for both the Council Judgment and the Prelate, and the Wasteland obviously is very good in this matchup anyway. They might be lured down the line of like needling our Ghost Quarters and then just getting caught out by a Wasteland. Because they didn't see any Wastelands game 1 if I recall correctly. I could be forgetting though, because I'm a really unattentive and forgetful person. Not like in a horrible way. I think I'm a nice person. But oh no. We just got duressed, my friends. I assume they take the Purge here because the Purge is instant speed. That said, Council Judgment can also do with Needles. So there's a bit of back and forth on which one you pick, but the Purge is just quicker as well. We play a Cavern on Human and pass back to them. Next turn we can play a Thalia, which will hopefully slow them down a little bit, but Thalia isn't that great in this matchup. I guess there's considerations of whether you should cut her, but I don't think you should, especially if you're on the play. We are on the draw, though, in this match. So maybe. Hymn to Torok is obviously a magic card. Hymn to Torok is a magic card that's just fucked us a little bit. But we still got the Thalia. And we still got the Wasteland. And we still got the Ghost Quarter too. So we're doing okay. We're doing okay. They've turned into some sort of grindy attrition attack my hand style deck. And those of you who have watched the streams know that I hate to be hymned. I fucking hate getting hymned. That's a Caracas. Bye-bye Thalia for a little bit, I guess. Hex Mage, okay. Let's kill the Caracas, because otherwise I'm going to keep bouncing my Thalia for the rest of time. Back to hand, okay. I probably shouldn't have revealed that I had a Plains in hand, but I guess we want it out in case we get hymned again. This way they know that we can Council Judgment with Thalia dead. The Verdant Catacombs can transform the Dark Depths. Yeah, it's going to transform the Dark Depths. Oh no, it's not! I thought it was going to get Verdant into Dark Depths and then allow them to Hex Mage into a 2020. Me again, okay. Well, sometimes you can't beat double him. Like, I'm not even saying that to, like, make myself feel better. Sometimes you just cannot beat double him. Sometimes you draw a Jitter and you don't have the mana to cast it. Oh, boy. Okay. They have 1 card in Jitter crop rotation. Okay, let's attack them for 2. If they block, we get to play another Thalia. They do not block, which is nice. The Hex Mage is too valuable to them because they can make a 20. Well, I guess if we drew like an Ancient Tomb and a Chromok somehow this turn, which we physically can't because we can't draw 2 cards, then would be great because we can play the Jitte and equip. But that's not a thing. Second Hex Mage. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to attack here and hopefully they'll trade. And that allows me to resolve the Jitte. At which point we can then play the Thalia, equip, kill the other Hex Mage, and just try and use the Jitte to win a match. Nope, they're not going to block. Maybe we'll just die to never drawing another land, thanks to double Hymn to Torok. 4, I guess. Fuck me. Oh, and they found the Dark Depths too. Yeehaw, cowboy! We're dead. We're really, really dead. There's nothing we can do. Then we get 2029 step and kill us. So, yeah. Double Hymn to Torok's pretty good. I've decided that I'm going to cut the Chalice of the Void on the play. Because they may have cut things because of seeing our Chalices in game 1. I'm unsure. Plowshare seems... Just killing a Merit Lage just seems a lot better. Like a lot better. But they put Duress in though, so maybe... Did they even see our Chalices? I can't even fucking remember. Okay, we got a Plains. and an Ancient Tomb. Let's do this. Leonin Arbiter's pretty good against their fetch lands and their crop rotations and their Sylvan Scrying. It's kind of like Arbiter used to be against Tron in Modern. Well, kind of is still against Tron in Modern, if I'm honest about it. Eldrazi Displace is also very, very good at just killing the Marit Lage over and over again as they make them. Swamp into Duress or Thoughtseize? What's it going to be, Duress? That's a whiff, my friend. But their him will certainly hit things next turn. However, landing our Arbiter might just stop them from hemming us, essentially. Right. Let's see. Ghost Quarters also strip mines now. That's another whole other issue, I guess. What land will they play? I guess the vast majority of the lands, when there's an Arbiter in play, don't actually cast him, unless they have Tomb of Urborg, obviously. Ghost Quarter. Go on. Strip mine me, you know you want to. They hit the white source, though, which is kind of clever. That's way better than hitting my Ancient Tomb. Way, way better. Did we draw a white source, though? We did not. We drew a Thoughtseer, though, which isn't bad. That's the second best thing after a white source in that spot, I think. That or Jitte. Okay, their hand is full of Thespian Stages, Urborg, Verdant, and then a load of, like, fetchy land things. Okay. Let's get rid of the crop rotation, because that can blank a white. They can't cast any of those things anyway. They have no green mana. They just have a lot of black mana. Urborg. They have double black. Is this a him? They ripped a Hexmage off the top. Okay. That means all they need to do is find Dark Depths and we lose. Interesting. Which they can do if they can get a green source. I do not attack my Arbiter into a first striking 2-1. That's a bad idea. They go to 14. They play their Verdant Catacombs that they can pay for right now. Oh, fuck. Okay. And then they can just Vampire Hexmage to the Dark Depths next turn, make it 20/20. We have to draw a white source literally this turn to play our Displacer to have a chance. Caracas being the best possible white source, I guess. Wasteland ain't bad either. Wasteland is not bad either. We can target the Dark Depths in response. Okay, they now pay for the Arbiter. Crack their Verdant. Paying 1, going to 9 to go and find a Bayou or similar. Probably a basic forest if they have one. They untap. If they go Sylvan Scrying, get Dark Depths, play it, and then play a second Hexmage, then yeah, we're fucked. Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. They have to pay 2 mana for the Arbiter as well, of course, because they can't all do that in one turn. So they have to pay for 4 mana Sylvan Scrying to do this. Oof, that feels good. That feels very, very good. They've got other lands in hand. They have to kind of go for it now. Okay, they're ignoring the effect. They're casting Sylvan Scrying. They've played a land for the turn, so they're going to play Dark Depths next turn. An attempt to make the Hexmage. They can also Hexmage it and they can Thespian Stage it. So we're still looking for a white source, really. We're also looking for perhaps... No, just definitely a white source. Another Wasteland! Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, we have no white mana. Our hand is completely uncastable. But I'm not going to lie to you. That was pretty strong draw. They have 5 cards in hand. We're really hoping that one of them is not Pithing Needle. Okay, we drew a Ghost Quarter, so we've got a lot of options now. Like, a lot of options. We attack with our 4/4. Did they just try and go for it here? We got a little bit unlucky, but then we got hideously lucky afterwards. And some might say it's better to be lucky than good. However, we don't know what else they've got in their hand. Crop Rotation doesn't do anything in this circumstance because they can't cast it without it being 3 mana. They're going to block with the Hexmage and then go for it, I guess. They kind of have to. Make some black mana. And then I'm going to Wasteland it in response. Then they're going to Thespian Stage in response, which I'm going to Wasteland into response to as well. Wait, they're paying for this? Is this a crop rotation? That doesn't seem all that great here, right? They can go again, but what does that even do? Okay, you can go and get another Dark Depths. And we just carry on this rodeo. If they untap and play a Vampire Hexmage plus Dark Depths, we might be in a real hard position. If they play just the Hexmage, then we can fight through it. So I think we just hold up both our Ghost Quarter and Wasteland here. Because if we fire them both off now, which avoids them having... Well, it allows them to play another Dark Depths in their hand. They got double Thespian Stage. But they can't activate both and have a Vampire Hexmage. Okay, so we can kill them next this turn. So we're going to activate a Jit. We're going to play a Jit. We're going to equip a Jit. We're going to move to kill you step. And we're going to declare lethal attack. They've got to move first, so we are okay with that. So they activate Thespian Stage number 1, targeting Dark Depths. And I say, at which point they try again, and we say no again. Are they just seeing if I fuck it up? They're trying again. There is a better way where we allow this to happen, where we let this happen, so they both go away, and then we target the Thespian Stage, where there's a copy of the Dark Depths, as the trigger is on the stack. But I'm just going to do it now, because I'm very confused. Then we go to damage. I'm kind of doubting myself, though. I'm pretty sure I've got this. Yeah. Wow. The mind games are real. I was definitely struggling there. The die roll is ours. We've won it. Our hand has 3 lands and a Chrome Mox. I can turn one of Thalia and then Wasteland them. That seems pretty good. Cavern of Souls on human. Chrome Mox ditching big Thalia. Play little Thalia. Seems pretty good. We can lead up with Prelate on 1 and then Wasteland them or big Thalia depending upon what they do. Eldrazi Temple. And a Reality Shaper. Interesting. Our Wasteland's going to be good. But I think I play a Thalia Heretic Cathar first, as this will stop them from casting anything scary next turn anyway. I'll happily attack here. If they hit a land and it screws us, that's just the chance we have to take, because we have to get through at some point. We reveal a Mimic, so they're going to get a Mimic. Cool. Cool. They play a second Mimic, which makes the other Mimic become a 2-1. Watch out! Cavern of Souls, naming Eldrazi, but tapped, of course, because of Thalia Heretic Cathar. We draw another Thalia, which isn't great. We're going to play our Ghost Quarter here and Wasteland them off their Soul Land. We're then going to play a Sanctum Prelate. Now, the only options really for spells here is 2 for Mazara's Jitte or 3 for Dismember. Now, Jitte, we've got First Strikers to beat, so we're going to put it on 3, or our opponent has scooped. Our opponent has scooped. They can't beat that. So they are a Chalice deck, so we're cutting our Chalices, and we're going to bring in all 3 of our Plowshares and a Jit to allow us to beat the creature, like, combat. And then I'm going to bring in Council Judgments 2, I think, to kill Smashers, Endbringers, and Thought-Knotseers. The question is what to take out. I guess First Strike is very good in the matchup, and they aren't using fetch lands. So I think keeping the Thalias in, but removing the Arbiters is best. They are on the play this time, so we don't get to get ahead of them with a Thalia. But ultimately, that wasn't even that good in that matchup anyway. Our opening hand doesn't do a whole lot, although we have Wasteland and Ghost Quarter, so we can actually blow up some dual lands. We are a 23 land deck, and we do have 3 Chrome Moxes, so 4 Chrome Moxes. Oh, do I keep this off the strength of those? I think I do. Ancient Tomb into Mimic, okay. We drew an Ancient Tomb ourselves, which isn't terrible. We can turn one a Jit here and then have them Thought-Knotseer something away, which would probably be our first strike, I'd imagine. I think I wasteland them, honestly, to see if they haven't got another dual land. I say dual land. I keep saying dual land. I mean soul land. I very much do not mean dual land. Dual lands are the original jewels that make 2 colours. I mean soul lands. Lands that make 2 mana, like a soul ring. They haven't got another land, so they're going to attack for 2. This is very good for us. Oh, they have got a wasteland. Interesting. We drew a wasteland too. Interesting. I guess it's time to wasteland them. Otherwise, their wasteland will hit our ancient tomb, and then we're not casting anything for a very long time. No land in the first main phase again. Mimic's going to get in for 2, taking us to 16. That is a clock, especially for tapping our ancient tomb and things. Another wasteland. Okay, interesting. I guess I'm going to ghost quarter them now. And if they hit a wastes, I'll be upset. Yep, okay, they're playing 1 singular wastes. That's a little bit frustrating. Eye of Ugin, Matter Shaper, so we're taking 3 this turn. Oh, and a free Mick as well. Woo-hoo-hoo. Looks like our wasteland heavy hand might just die next turn to the aggression from our opponent here. Okay, we play a Jit going to 11. They have 3 cards in hand. As long as they don't have any big Eldrazi to play here, we're okay. If they have a big Eldrazi like Thought-Knot-Seer, we're just dead. Oof, we're just dead. Game over. Our game 2 hand was certainly risky. When it turns out that they had 2 wastelands in hand as well, we probably would have got blown out even if we just deployed lands to try and deploy threats. I would love to play first, and we got a Chrome Mox, so we can turn 1 an Arbiter if we give up the Mirren Crusader, and then we can turn 2 nothing. It might be good if we just play the Mirren Crusader on turn 2, honestly. I'm going to play the Chrome Mox this turn in case they somehow like double Spirit Guide out a Thought-Knot-Seer. That is something I do not want to see. Wasteland, okay. That means our Cavern of Souls will probably die. Let's play a Mirren Crusader. Ancient Tomb from our opponent. A 3-drop Tumble Magnet. Interesting. Interesting. We get to Thought-Knot-Seer their hand now, which is nice. Oh, we also got a Jitte. So I guess we play that and let them start tapping our creature, perhaps? No, I'm going to play the Thought-Knot-Seer first. We want to take away all their Thought-Knot-Seer so we don't get Jitte'd. Oh, sorry, no, don't get our Jitte taken away, should I say. A Walking Ballista. And they can play an Oblivion so our next turn off the Simian Spirit Guide. So I guess we're killing that. Yeah, we have no answer to the Sower. Looks like they're going to get to make a Walking Ballista that will kill our Mirren Crusader. Which is a shame, really. Yep, they're going to tap down our Mirren Crusader. Sure, that's why going for the Jitte there was completely pointless. So we know the Blast Zone in their hand and the Walking Ballista. They didn't have to use their Simian. It's just a 2-2 at the moment. We draw a Wasteland, which is pretty good here. We can choose to go to combat. They're going to have to tap... Nope, they're not going to tap anything down. They're choosing to kill our Thought-Knot-Seer here. Oh no, they're choosing to block Thought-Knot-Seer and kill the Mirren Crusader. Because they couldn't kill the Thought-Knot-Seer because it would have died in combat. The Walking Ballista would have died in combat. Fine. Thought-Knot-Seer number 2. They have 3 lands, and we took the Simian Spirit Guide from their hand. That means they're on top deck mode. We're going to wasteland them off with one of their dual lands, this Ancient Tomb here, just to ensure that they don't play something gross next turn, like a Reality Smasher. They do have an Eldrazi Temple in hand, so they can play 4 drops this turn. We're going to wasteland my Ghost Quarter. Interesting. Cavern of Souls on Spirit. We drew a Displacer, but I really want to get my Jitte into play. But that said, we don't have full mana, so we can't even move it after a Tumble Magnet activation or anything now, so it doesn't really do a whole lot. So I guess I'm just going to play my Displacer then. We're going to attempt to go to combat. Will they tap? Yeah, they tap a Thought-Knot-Seer to reduce the damage. We get in for 4. Our opponent plays a Wasteland, which they can use to take us off Eldrazi Displacer. They're going to play an Endless One, which is a 2-2 blocker. Tap down my Thought-Knot-Seer. We go to combat and attack for 7. They block 4 of it to reduce the damage, stem the bleeding. We play a Jit. They now have no counters on Tumble Magnets, so their answer to Jitte is now dead. That's it. We got him. White Eldrazi beat colourless Eldrazi. I guess technically it's red Eldrazi because of the Simian Spirit Guides, but that doesn't fucking count. Okay, we haven't won this dive roll, but we can Chrome Mox into a Chalice. And then we don't do a whole lot for a little while, but we have a Wasteland. And if we get another White Source, we have a Mirror Crusader and then a Palace Jailer. So this seems fine. Depends whether it's a deck that doesn't like Chalice. If it's Eldrazi again, this hand would be a bit questionable. Turn 1 Delver, turn 1 Glistener Elf. Holy shit, are we dead? We might just be dead, my friends. Okay, let's draw Plains. Sure thing. Let's go Plains. Cast a Chrome Mox. They might daze my Chalice here. Chalice the Void on 1. That does not stop them playing a Blighted Agent and does not stop them filling up their yard for a Become Immense either. The Chalice resolves. This turns off Brainstorm, Ponder, and any of the 1-mana pump spells as well. Vines of the Vastwood. That one that gives... The other one that gives Hexproof. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Something. They're going to attack for 1 Infect. We're going to play Mirror Crusader next turn, which will stop them attacking with the ground guy. Then I guess we can waste on the Ink Moth, and we might be in an okay spot. That was a pretty shit-hot draw, I'm not going to lie. This makes Daze and Force of Will terrible. I am all aboard this train. Let's hope that Ink Moth Nexus doesn't get pumped by any comments somehow. Okay, they're thinking. They can't counter it, so I wouldn't be trying if I were you, my friend. I guess we're going to block with Mirror Crusader this turn, waste on the Inkmoth Nexus the following turn, and then Palace Jail any unblockable. Oh, Inkmoth Nexus. Okay, it's a second Nexi. They only have 1 mana. They can obviously, what's the one? Invigorate this, which is kind of scary. I'm hoping we draw another 3 mana threat so we can play it and keep Wasteland up. That would be nice. We drew a Caracas. That's not what I was after. I guess I just play a Wasteland. And do not attack. I'm on blocking duty because I'm in danger. We can take a few more hits and just Wasteland when they go to pump. Because all the hexproof stuff isn't available. It's not here. It's not around. Sure, we can take 2 more, in fact. Just got to keep Wasteland up. Just got to keep Wasteland up. Invigorate's 4, right? But they can't invigorate whilst I've got a Wasteland up. Let's Jailer this... Oh, hang on. I can't... What if I Jailer? They'll draw cards. Hang on. I've got to block both the flyers first, haven't I? Well, that's... that's unfortunate. Okay, well... Let's do this after their combat. I can take another 2 Infect. I mean, what does it matter ultimately? You know? Okay, Inkmoth, Nexi. Inkmoth, Nexi. In they come, they attack. I guess I just blow them up now. I wait to see if they pump. I'm not even fucking sure! I guess they can pump, but it won't save them. Destroy this one. Destroy this one. They get a land out of this, though, on the upside for them. No, they don't. They're only playing 1 forest. Sweet as a nut. Let's go... Caracas, I guess. Play an uncountable human. This is basically the white Jace the Mind Sculptor. We take their Glistener Elf. We're going to draw a card at end of turn. We're going to attack them for 4 here. And we've still got another Palace Jail if they draw and play the unblockable. But what's it called? Shit Bitch. That's the one. And we drew a Leonin Arbiter, which is very good against their fetch lands on the upside. Pendlehaven. Sure. No creature, though. Infect decks aren't too good without creatures, I've heard. It's one of the big problems. It just fucking hurts, right? Let's take a look at their hand with an Eldrazi. An uncountable Eldrazi, thanks to our second Cavern of Souls. Can they possibly beat us from this position? I guess they could play like a lot of threats. Their hand is... wow. It's just 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell. Force of Will, we got Double Cavern, Invigorate. We're going to take the Invigorate because it's the scariest spell of what's in their hand. And I guess we attack them. That must feel really bad for them, but I don't give a shit. They're Infect. They deserve it, right? Tell me in the comment section below. Do you think Infect deserves this beating? Because I do. We drew a Displacer. Cool. And we won. So, next plan. So I think I want Council Judgments and Jittes. The problem is, do I bring in Plowshares? Because ideally we want to be charged with avoiding them on 1, and we don't want to lock cards in our hand. And we want to play Prelate on 1 or 3, probably. Or on the Becomements number that I need to look up before I name it. Containment Priest seems a little bit weak. And Displacer seems a little bit slow. So we're going to trim those for 3 more removal spells at 3 mana and an Umezawa's Jitte number 2, which is a different... The original doesn't have that new frame, but the second printing, which was printed way before the new frame, now has the new frame on Modo, because everything past M13, I want to say, has the frame now. Weird shit. But Jitte is very good against Infect. Connecting with that once or twice can really fuck your opponent. But that's the case for all creature decks, to be honest. But the thing with Infect is that words! It relies upon its words. It relies upon its creatures a lot more. Okay. We can turn 1 a Thalia or turn 1 an Arbiter. We can also just Wasteland them and then play a Thalia, then play an Arbiter, but none of those things seem that hot. Wasteland's good against the Inkmoth Nexus, but this double Chrome Mox is awkward as shit. I think I want to keep it. On the back of, if we draw another white card, we can turn 1 a Thalia, and then we can Wasteland them, and then we might be in a very good spot. They've played nothing, which is good. We drew a Moon Crusader, which is good. It's got protection from green. So what's more important here? The Moon Crusader, the Arbiter, or the Thalia? I mean, I can go for Resolving an Arbiter here to see if they just fuck up with the Misty. That's definitely a thing I can try and do. Maybe I do that. Cast a Chrome Mox. Say okay. Exile a Mirren Crusader. And then make white and play an Arbiter. There's 2 reasons. 1, they could fuck it up with the Misty. And 2, Thalia is actually more valuable. So if they daze this, or force this, our Thalia is more likely to resolve alongside a Wasteland, which is a much better long-term plan. So, what's our opponent, Blue Hope, going to do? And Arbiter resolves. Which means they don't have a daze, or they're next leveling me, and the daze is going to be for the Thalia. But I'm going to have 3 mana next turn, so... Sucks to be you. Blight Agent. Fuck. Okay, that's a problem for our current configuration. We don't have a way to kill it. We do not have a way to kill it. I'm going to play a Thalia. And now we're just waiting to find a Palace Jailer of some kind. They might be keeping a Daze or Force of Will for a counter spell. So a removal spell. Like a Plowshares or similar. Although they've seen where Charles said. They did force my Thalia. Which is a shame. They pitched a Ponder to it. We're going to sacrifice and blow up their Inkmoth Nexus. Just get off the field. And then we're going to attack for 2. Hoping their hand's full of fetch lands. We want to draw Palace Jailer and them not to have removal or counter magic. Well, not removal doesn't matter. Like counter magic for it because of the Blighted Agent. There is a world where they can invigorate Berserk and we are just dead. We have no other way of stopping that with our current build. In for 1. Is it 1? I hope it's just 1. Oh fuck, invigorate. Is there a Berserk in our future as well? Oh boy! That was the fucking nuts. Bearing in mind our opponent didn't cast a single cantrip. Yeah, that becomes a 10-5 unblockable trampling infect creature, and we are dead. We are fucking dead. The other thing is we could have not tapped out and kept a white source up to Feign Path, but being a Chalice deck, I think they might have seen around that. Part of me is wondering whether getting rid of those creatures, like that one there, for example, is better than the Chalice plan. Maybe it is on the draw, but we're on the play now, so keeping Chalice in does do quite a bit. Displacer also blocks it by flickering it, essentially. I'm going to trim an Arbiter and a Thought Knot to keep our Displacers in for that very reason. Right, let's play first. Let's go turn 1 Chalice of the Void and probably get forced. But if we don't, I'll be loving life. Okay, so we can go turn 1 Chalice of the Void on 1. If that fails, I guess we can go Arbiter Wasteland. I guess we get rid of this Displacer, keep the Prelate, because the Prelate can name 3. I play the Ancient Tomb first, because I don't want them wastelanding my own Ancient Tomb, for example. Wait a minute, we don't even need to pitch a white thing to our Chrome Mox here, because we have an Ancient Tomb. I was not thinking far enough ahead. They can't daze us, they can only force us. In it goes. Where will it stop? Oh, it stops on the battlefield. Oh, yes. I guess we want to name 2 with the Prelate to protect the Chalice, perhaps? Unsure. Unsure. Oh, hang on. If I can't put a Displacer under a Chrome Mox because the space is devoid. Fuck, that's complicated. Maybe a turn 1 Arbiter would have been gas to get that Windswept Heath. Interesting. I'm going to cast a Chrome Mox. I'm going to pitch the Prelate, keeping the Payless Jailer in hand. Got 1 spare mana for my Arbiter, around Daze here. Then I get to Wasteland them if they go get a non-basic. So that's nice. Boom, headshot. Ha ha! That felt fucking good. They can get their basic forest, I guess, but I mean, they might need their blue sources for a Blighted Agent, which we can then Jailer or Displacer for the rest of time. Caracas is pretty good against us in terms of bouncing our legendary Thalias and such. We drew a Ghost Quarter. That's not bad either. They can't search with this Ghost Quarter, by the way, because we have an Arbiter in play. It's been a long time since I played Arbiter, because Modern went through a bad patch. I don't play it in Legacy. I played it a bit when Stoneforge came back, because that was hot. I'm just going to Ghost Quarter them again. Yeah, Yeah. Yeah! The great thing about this situation with this Verdant Catacombs here is that if they can pay for my Arbiter, I can just Displacer my Arbiter. That seems pretty fucking good, honestly. I'm going to attack them for 5. I'm just going to slowly kill them with what's on board at the moment. It seems pretty good. If we displace the Arbiter to a new object, they have to pay twice. Yeah. Yeah. Did they get a second land? Even if they drew a Dismember, for example, and played a mana-producing land now that they can then cast a Dismember with, they can't kill the Arbiter, because we can save it with the Displacer. Do I play a second Arbiter here? I think so. I mean, they could force it, but I don't think I mind. Oh! They scooped to the second Arbiter. Oh, boy. Oh, fucking boy. I love it. I fucking love it. I would love to play first. I would love to have a turn 1 something, but I don't. I just make a Jitty on turn 3 and a Mirror Crusader on turn... Sorry, Jitty on turn 2 and Mirror Crusader on turn 3. That's like a shit Death and Taxes hand. I'm gonna look at this. Okay, well, this is significantly worse. But I don't want to go to 5, so okay, our deck isn't doing really anything here. I guess we can chalice the void on 1 if it seems appropriate. We can chalice the void on 0 if it seems appropriate next turn, and keep up Containment Priest. Yeah, I guess. Like, none of those things seem all that exciting, right? Preordain. Maybe this is Show and Tell. That makes Palace Jailer really good if they Show and Tell a creature into play. It's bad if they Show and Tell Omniscience into play. That's for sure. Okay, so we're going to go with Chalice the Void on 1, because if they look like Reanimator, I'd keep up the Containment Priest, but if it's Show and Tell, we keep up Containment Priest, and Containment Priest gets forced, we're not in the best spot. That said, we could have Containment Priest into a force, and then kept Palace Jailer back as well, so that wouldn't have been terrible, but I think this is a perfectly fine line. Misty Rainforest, nothing else. Preordain normally suggests that there's some sort of combo deck, though many decks do play versions of Preordain as well. We're going to play an Arbiter here, hopefully with the Ghost Quarter up. If this resolves and doesn't get forced, we're in a hot position. They can crack their fetch now. They kind of have to if they don't have a way to stop it. And now they have to keep up their land so I don't Ghost Quarter them. Force of Will, Brainstorm, sure, okay, makes sense. So they are a blue force deck playing snow lands. They're blue-green. I have no idea what this is. Is that snow depths deck? Deep snow? Impulse. Fuck. Is this blue-green Show and Tell? I have no fucking idea what's going on. Somebody help me. Wow. It is Show and Tell. Okay. I hope this is an Omniscience. Oh, fuck, it's Omniscience! Shit the bed. Shit the bed. That's a Grizzlebrand. That's a draw 7. They're just gonna draw another 7. They're gonna Cunning Wish me out. They're gonna cuss me out. Shared Summons. Oh, that's how they go and get Emrakul nowadays. So is actually blue-green Show and Tell the norm now because of Shared Summons out of the Wish board? If you're not playing Wish boards, you play Sneak and Show, red-blue. If you're playing the Cunning Wish variant, you play blue-green. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. That was unfortunate. Our Chalice of the Void on 1 was pretty good. Our Arbiter would have been great if it didn't have Force as well. So we want our Council's Judgments. And I don't think we want... Heretic Cathar doesn't do anything. Well, I mean, it slows down their fetch. Moon Crusaders can swing through Grizzlebrands, but that doesn't seem all that hot. Displacer can also displace an Emrakul. That's pretty good. So I'm going to keep that in. And I'm going to cut the Jit as well. I'm going to cut 2 Mirrans and a Jit. Keeping in all our Thalias and Arbiters. All our Prelates and Containment Priests. We're like Cleric, Soldiers, Eldrazi, Stompy, right? Is that what we are? These are Clerics, right? Is Arbiter a Cleric? I can't even remember. I'd love to play first. It's a lot of lands, but there is a Wasteland in amongst them. And a Thalia. It's not bad, but it's not good. That's the problem. I'm going to keep it. What's the worst that could happen? We get comboed out again? If we draw a big Thalia, we just slam it. Otherwise, they're going to ponder, then force my Thalia, then probably Show and Tell us to death. Palace Jailer does give us an hour if they Show and Tell a creature. I say that, because a brand still draws them 14 cards, but it gives us kind of an out. Kind of an out. Thalia is also pretty good against Omniscience because they can't cast any more spells because they need the mana. So although spells cost nothing because of Omniscience, Thalia still makes them cost 1 more. Yep. The more you know with PleasantKenobi. They have finished their ponder. Did they shuffle? No. They did not. We drew another Jailer, which isn't the best, I will admit. However, if we go Plains this turn, Ancient Tomb next turn, we can Palace Jailer. If we go Wasteland this turn, we can Wasteland plus Ghost Quarter next turn. For example, if we drew an Arbiter... No, we couldn't, because we'd have to play the Arbiter. I think we just play the Plains, because it's the highest net value. And play a Thalia and see if it gets countered. That's a Force of Will. Counting off Drawn from Dreams. Jesus Christ, is this standard? So Thalia gets forced with the Drawn from Dreams from standard being pitched, which is interesting. So next time they can Soul Land, Show and Tell. Hopefully a Palace Jailer will do the job. Otherwise, we just got completely fucking dunked on. Maybe we should have kept Thalia in our hand for the show and tell in case they did go on missions. That way they can't necessarily go and just simply grab shared summons or whatever and Emrakul the shit out of me. However, if they had Emrakul or Grizzlebrand in hand, we'd just die. So, well, we just die anyway. So I guess that's the upside of it. Gives us more of an out. But they aren't just slamming a Soul Land and going for us, so that's something. Okay, that's an Arbiter. So we can slam an Arbiter here. We can also Ghost Quarter them an upkeep to force them to pay for the Arbiter. As opposed to, I don't know, casting Show and Tell. So I'm going to do that. So if they don't, they just lose a land. If they have a Soul Land, which they didn't, they would have went for it anyway. Actually, I do in Draw Step in case they draw another basic. So they simply have to pay here or lose that land as a strip mine. They did not pay. They lost as a strip mine. Interesting. They just play another land and cast a Preordain? I mean, paying is probably strictly correct if they were just going to play a Preordain, because they would have got an untapped blue source off of the... Oh! They only played 2 islands. Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. They Preordain. Did they top? No, they bottom both of them. Interesting. We drew another Ghost Quarter, which is pretty gas here. So I'm just going to fuck up their lands. And then attack them for 2. Next turn I'm going to slam a Jailer regardless, so we can start drawing cards. Or I'm going to wasteland them if they play a non-basic, like a Tropical Island or a Soul Land of some description. They play a fetch land they cannot crack unless they pay 2 mana through the Arbiter, which is nice. We drew a Chalice of the Void, which we ideally just want to put on 3, I guess. Do we want to play a Chalice of the Void on 1? I guess if we draw another Soul Land, we can play it on 3, and that's a really good spot to be in. I guess I'm just going to Jailer here to make another body and draw some cards. Maybe I'll regret not chalicing on 1, but I kind of want to chalice on 3. We hit them down to 14. They're on a 7-turn clock. Watch out. We drew an Ancient Tomb. We can Chalice of the Void on 3 next turn. That's our game plan. They didn't crack the fetch because they can't. They didn't play a land because they didn't have one. And they're... Oh, no, they played another Prismatic Vista. Womp, womp. That does mean that they can double pay for this in order to crack both of those further down the line. But I'm going to just play a Chalice of the Void for 3. It turns off our Council Judgments, but it turns off their Show and Tells as well. Feels good.jpg. Right there. Screenshot that, stick it to your wall and be like, oh. Remember that time Vince had a Leonin Arbiter out and the green-blue Show and Tell player couldn't crack their lands and they played Chalice of the Void in 3? Remember this moment. It will warm your fucking cockles for years to come. No 4th land. No cracking fetches. Do not pass go. Do not collect any monies. Do they have any Wrath effects? They're not blue. Can I overextend? Is that a thing that could happen here? Well, I guess if I play a Thalia... I can't play big Thalia, interestingly, because I'd counter it with my own Chalice. They Force of Willed my little Thalia. Okay. I kind of want to play big Thalia. I need to draw a Cavern of Souls in order to cast big Thalia. We draw another Wasteland. So we want a Cavern of Souls or a Ghost Quarter. Nope, they've scooped it up anyway. They don't think they can win from this position. They would have a whole nother turn, but I guess once we attack them down to 1, they can't crack their Vistas. Sick. Maybe the sideboard of this deck could do with some, I don't know, Leonin Relic Warders, perhaps? Like, that'd be pretty good. Our hand has a Cavern of Souls and a Chalice of the Void and a Containment Priest, all of which are pretty okay in this matchup. So is Palace Jailer and Thought and Thalia's, for example. Actually, this hand is fucking gas. But hands with minimal lands tend to be gas because you have so much action. So, yeah, I can't keep this. We can do very little initially. Ugh, that's bad. That's real bad. Turn 3, we can play a prelate on 3. Maybe that's... We can turn 2 if we draw a white card. I guess I keep this. And I bottom a wasteland, keeping both white sources. I just don't want to go to 5 in a deck that relies on Chrome Mox. Does that make sense? Please tell me in the comment section below. Was I stupid to keep this? Because it's very slow and very cumbersome. Caracas is okay, though, in the matchup, because if they just make a Grizzlebrine or an Emrakul for show and tell in a panic, we can Caracas it back to hand and reset. So, Caracas is a spell. It's just very bad against Omniscience. So we drew a Cavern of Souls. Let's play a Cavern of Souls on human. Would have liked to have drawn a white card there. But I mean, we won't draw a white card this turn. Then we can prelate on 3 and love life. I wonder if the green-blue variant of Show and Tell is playing Elvish Spirit Guides or not. That's a question that I should probably answer at some point to improve my knowledge of the format. This is a relatively new version of playing this deck. We drew a Thalia. I think Prelate is immensely better than Thalia in this current circumstance. So I'm going to go Chrome Mox. Oof, they're forcing the Chrome Mox. I like it. They got Icefang Coatl out of the board, perhaps? Well, in which case, I guess I just play a Ghost Quarter and play a Thalia, and that should hopefully disrupt them enough. Maybe they have Daze here, but this can't be counted. They're casting on 1 mana Brainstorm. Fair enough, my friend. Fair enough. Get them in while you still can. Because Thalia's here, and she don't give a shit about no Brainstorms. Well, I guess she does care about them, but she would rather they cost the fair amount of magic mana. She's a mana stickler, you know. She's a stickler for the rules. Two mana Preordain. That's a lot of mana. A lot of mana. Do they hit the... Oh, they're not hitting their 3rd land. God, if we draw an Arbiter, it'd be so good. Oh! Fucking get inside me. That is so good right now. Oh, I feel almost sorry for them. Like, marginally, a small amount of pity. Oh, reunited at long last. Thalia and the Cat Jesus fucking up combo decks all over the shop. Take that, Show and Tell, you shit. Are they going to miss their... Oh, they got a City of Traders. They got a City of Traders. What can they cast? A Ponder. That is effectively a 3-mana Ponder. That doesn't feel great. Also, we have Wasteland in hand. I kind of want to slam Prelay next turn, but I think I just Wasteland them instead. Because it effectively does the same thing. Yeah. That's not going to be nice for them. Get rid of the Soul Land. Move to combat and slap them to 11. Catches and Thalia reunited at long last in Legacy. I just haven't been playing them much recently across multiple formats because the format's just been so ridiculous. It's nice to feel like I can play them again. Like, the formats might be ridiculous, but these are at least situated in a position where they can be good against those ridiculous decks. No other land drop. Interesting. And by interesting, I mean not good for them. Just not even remotely good for them. Caracas... Sanctum Prelate. Double uncounterable, because it's both a cleric and a human. It only says it once, though, which makes me sad. And they scoop it up. GG White Prison E. Okay, we've lost the die roll. We have this hand here, which... it's kind of a bit shit. Our opponent... It's playing first and it's kept a 7. We have a Caracas to protect our Thalia. Caracas being good against Show and Tell and Reanimator as well. and the mirror, or I say the mirror, death and taxes. We have a wasteland plus the Thalas and a ghost quarter here. We have a chalice. So we have a lot of things to do. I think I'm going to keep this. It could just be a whole lot of nothing if they're a creature-based matchup, though. This feels like a hand that's good against combo. Painter Servant. Okay. We might just get grindstoned out of the game very quickly. That would suck. Mox Opal. Everything's currently blue, so now we're susceptible to getting Force of Will pretty hard. Our Chrome Mockers are also turned off. Their opening hand seems, to put it lightly, quite frankly, fucking absurd. We drew a Displacer, which isn't great, but I guess we can wasteland them off Ancient Tomb for now and go from there. So let's deny them some mana, because otherwise they're untapping next turn with like 4 mana. This means they have to untap with less, rather less. They play the Snow-Covered Mountain, and they pass the turn after attacking for 2. We drew a Containment Priest. That can be a surprise blocker for this Goblin Welder if we just don't do anything for several turns. Let's go Plains, which is currently blue, and pass back. I love what Painter Servant does to all these cards. Look at the blue-white Thalia and the blue-white Eldrazi Displacer also. It's blue instead of being devoid, I think. I guess our Chrome Walkers are online, they just only make blue mana for the things we export. Oh, these things are still white. Just white and blue. Okay, I'm going to flash that priest in and kill that Goblin Welder. That's my current game plan. Maybe a Thalia would have been better? We're about to find out. Yeah, probably. And by probably I mean definitely. Oh, fuck. Because they're just going to use the Welder this turn now instead, aren't they? That's a Grindstone. I guess a Chalice on 1 would have stopped them just hard casting a Grindstone as well. In my head I was thinking it was 3 mana, but of course it's 1 mana with a 3 mana activation. That was dumb. Okay. They were smart enough not to swing into it. Okay. Next turn they can make it and activate it. I don't exactly know how we can stop that. I guess we can Ghost Quarter them off some mana. That does stop them having the mana. They can crack their petal here to actually pay for this if they wanted to. They did not. Oh no, they still have the mana. They just replace Astrolabe with the Grindstone and then activate. Oh, fuck. Yep. Okay. Guess we're dead then. Yeah, okay. We need some interaction, and we need interaction hard against that combo. We are on the play. We have Chalice of the Void, and then we have like a turn 2 Palace Jailer. This seems pretty good. I'm going to keep this. Palace Jailer will undo the damage that the Chrome Mox does to us over time. Actually, is Chalice of the Void on 0 better against Mox Opal and Lotus Petal? I think it might be, you know. We play a Chrome Mox on 0. We play out a Caracas. And then we cast Charge the Void for 0. This means that their fast mana is turned off and we can start to constrict them a bit better. I mean, perhaps keeping the Starlings of the Council Judgment would be better along this plan, but I'm unsure. They play a Grindstone, which just for the Void on 1 would have stopped. Interesting. We can Council's Judgment this Grindstone now, just to get rid of it, and then pass back. If they land Stammer Painter on Engineer, we can Palace Jailer that. That way we're getting maximum value out of our Jailer. Astrolabe, sure. Island, sure. Astrolabe, sure. I bet the Chalice one would have been so much better, but... well, the hand could be full of Lotus Petals, but they probably would have fired them off to get into the bin for the Engineer, I'd assume. We drew an Ancient Tomb. I'm going to slam the Jailer here so we have a threat, and it allows us to actually draw cards too. Waiting another turn means we're not doing anything. Cavern Soul is actually good because it allows us to play through red or blue. Red Elemental Blast? Blue Elemental? Red Elemental Blast. They make everything blue and then they can REB it. And there's the Painter Servant that I could have waited for. If they just play a Grindstone here, then I have miscalculated this horribly. There's a Welder. Okay. So they can attack through and get the Monarch here. I just draw some creatures. I did not draw any fucking creatures. Oh my goodness. Oh my fucking goodness. Okay, let's play a Ghost Quarter. And I guess we aren't attacking. We're going to draw a card in end step. We're going to draw Thalia, which would have been great if that was the other way around. That would have been really good. Brainstorm, sure. Pyroblast my Jailer. Great. That means they get to become the Monarch, and I can't get it back next turn. A little bit rough. They're going to keep Welder up in case they draw or something. Or they're going to play a Petal at the end of turn, or now. Grindstone. I guess it's a game over. We need to draw a Council's Judgment. Come on! No. Okay. Let's see how many basic lands they play. Because that might be a thing we have to do here. We can't let them untap with it. Because then they can just activate it in their upkeep. Come on, one time, no basic land! They're choosing a card from their library, so... Maybe they won't activate it. Maybe. I didn't fuck this game completely up. Like, Chalice of the Void on 1 would have objectively been insane there, actually, when you come to think about it. Astrolabe, Goblin Welder, Pyroblast, and Brainstorm, although we didn't know they were on Brainstorm. They are going to go for it anyway, in spite of the fact that I'm holding up white mana. I am then going to generate white mana and scoop up the game. Fuck. The Chalice on 0 would also suggest that our Plowshares might have been working. We should have brought the Plowshares in. But once again, I'm 4-1 because 5-0s are impossible for PleasantKenobi. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Check out my other videos that are in the description and the cards and all that good shit. I'm going to go and be slightly tilted and have some lunch now that I couldn't 5-0 once again with anything in my fucking life. Ta-ta for now, kids. Ta-ta for now.